Hi guys, welcome to DevOps School. In this video tutorial, we are going to learn about Ansible network modules. Ansible network modules can configure your network state, test and validate existing network state, and discover and correct network configuration drift. After going through this tutorial, I promise you that the concept and understanding of Ansible will be absolutely clear to you. This series divided into multiple parts, therefore subscribe to the channel and follow the playlist.
But before that, let me ask you a few things. Are you dreaming of a career with higher pay and more responsibilities? Or are you ready to take your skills to the next level this year? Then start investing in DevOps School certification level courses which will help you to emerge skills for a wide range of entry level roles and as well as higher potential future positions. But with thousands of courses online and in classroom worldwide, finding the right one for your career goals can be difficult. You can consider our courses like Agile Developer, Agile QA, DevOps Certified Professionals, Site Reliability Engineering, DevSecOps, and Masters in DevOps Engineering, where you will have access to well-structured, easy-to-follow course content that has been developed and will be delivered by industry professionals. You can join on our training programs globally through online platforms, and if you are looking for classroom workshops, then we have regular sessions available in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Delhi NCR, Mumbai, and in Pune. Simply compare our many courses, find the one that suits your style and schedule best, and start today.
So now we are going to talk about the playbook and which is YAML file. So before hitting to the playbook, I should little bit of touching on the YAML perspective also. And for that, I need slides. Actually, without slides, it's very difficult to explain. So let's get the slides. Simple. Here. So now I'm going to talk about.
Just one quick question.
Yeah.
Rajesh.
Yes.
One quick question.
Yeah.
Are you going to cover group variables in inventory as part of the playbook, or
yeah,
how it is?
So variable is a whole day topic. We'll talk about the variables. There are 38 different places we have a variables in Ansible, out of which at least we will cover around 12 places, 12 to 13 places, and that we will have a half day session completely dedicated to that. So don't worry about that. We will cover that.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Okay, so here YAML is important for Ansible because playbook we write in YAML. So now little bit of understanding of YAML is very important, because without understanding, it will be almost impossible you to complete the assignments. Probably lab you will do that because copy paste you do that most of the time, but assignment will be very difficult. Now let me tell you, I'm not teaching you YAML because YAML itself is a very big course, at least a day of course. But I'm not teaching you YAML. I am teaching you YAML basics with Ansible perspective. That's all. So now let's get started. So do we have a YAML online tools for YAML YAML linting? So yes, we have a tools, multiple tools, which is, if you Google it, you'll find it out. Do we have some editors for that? Yes, you have a editor, Notepad++. You can use it. You have to enable the extension. In fact, you can use Visual Studio Code also. In that case, you have to enable the extension. These are some of the editors which you can find it out. By the way, nowadays many editors like a Visual Studio and many other editors supports YAML specification. Okay, so Vim also you can use it. But now the question is, how do we understand the YAML specification? So YAML again begin with, and it is optional, can optionally begin with hyphen hyphen hyphen. Okay, so you see YAML, it may optionally, that means it's not necessarily like every YAML will begin with hyphen hyphen hyphen. No, it's not always. It may optionally begin with hyphen hyphen hyphen, and it will end with dot dot dot. So starting with hyphen hyphen hyphen, ending with dot dot dot. Okay, both are optional. Makes sense. Now look at this here. YAML has a primarily three data types. One is like a list, another one is a hashes, and third one is a data. Second one is a dictionary, third one is a hash. So we are talking about the only list and dictionary. So let's understand this way. Here you see very carefully. Here in YAML you have a list, and here you have multiple elements. So you see that very carefully, that image. this is YAML, and it's starting with hyphen 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 and ending with a dot dot dot. Now you see here there is one list, and the list is fruits is a list. Now, how do we know that fruits is a list or dictionary or what exactly it is? So you see here, if you look at the element, okay, the element of the list always will be element of the list always would be separated by space and hyphen and then space. Now this should be identical. Identical means that whatever you follow at one place, that spacing you have to follow across the all the YAML file, that YAML file. Others, if it is not identical, then that will not be a valid YAML. So look at this here. This is the fruits, and here you have a 4 element. Each element is separated by there is a 4 space, you see that, and then hyphen and 1 space. This 4 space should be identical. Okay, so that's the reason we say all member of list are lines beginning at the same identification level, starting with the hyphen and space. Remember, same identification is very important statement here. Same identification means either it should be 4 space or 3 space or 2 space or 5 space. It should be identical across the documents. Now the question is, can I use the tab which will introduce 4 space? No. Tab is a different character in YAML, and 4 space is a different character in YAML. So be mindful about it. Do not use or avoid pushing the tab while working with the YAML. So now this is a list. This is a list. Any questions here? Any confusion? Any questions? Any question?
No.
Okay. Now let's understand how dictionary. Look at this here. This is the dictionary. What is this? So a list has an element. Dictionary is represented in a simple key and value format. Look at this very carefully. After key, you have a space, colon, and then space, and then value. So this is a dictionary. So here you see Martin is a dictionary. Why? Because Martin has a element, but that is in form of key and value. See here, name, key, Martin developer is a value, job is a key, developer is a value, skill is a key. Yeah.
I can see the slide, but I couldn't see your cursor. So are you? I mean, yeah. Now I can see your cursor. Yeah.
So I was not using it so far. So yeah. So here you see this is a dictionary. Again, dictionary will have a elements, but in a form of key and value. Look at this list one more time. List element, they have a hyphen and space, dash, we call it dash and space. Here we do not have a dash. Here we have a keys and value format. So here Martin is
Can we take that as a dictionary with the list, and this would be a dictionary with the dictionary?
Yeah, possible. I'll come back to that. Just give me some time. So yes, this is a dictionary. So dictionary is represented in a key and value format, and then that should be separated by colon and space. That's important. So again, look at this. This is a dictionary. This is a list. This is a dictionary. Now let's look at this one. Yeah. Yeah. So now you tell me this whole document. Understand that and think, and then tell me, because you know the definition of list and you know the definition of dictionary. So now you tell me what in this whole document, what you can see it here, whether it's a list or a dictionary. Tell me.
A dictionary, and then inside you can see the list inside the dictionary.
No, again, first question. My question is very simple. That I said the whole document, whether it is a list or dictionary.
Dictionary.
I think Martin is dictionary and the skill is list.
Martin and Tabitha is the list, and Martin is a dictionary which holds a dictionary key value of name, job, and skills.
Yeah.
But skills have the list.
That means
Whole
there is
document
still
is
a list. Yeah, that means understand that whole document I said is a list. Why? Because
List.
here elements you have, remember element hyphen separated by hyphen. So here hyphen Martin hyphen Tabitha. In this document there are two lists. Okay, now if you look at the different perspective, what is Martin? So Martin is the element of the whole document, but again Martin is a dictionary. Understand that Martin is an element for that whole document of the list, but Martin is a dictionary. Why? Because Martin has a name, key value like that format. Now you look at this very carefully. Skills. I am going to the cursor. Skills. Tell me skills. What is the skills for Martin? Understand my question first. What is skills for Martin?
List.
No, no,
dictionary.
no. What is skills
It's a
for Martin?
it's a key.
It's a key. Yeah, it's a key.
Key list.
Yeah, so it's a key. But skills again is a list. For what? Python, Perl, Pascal. So here you play with this dictionary and list together and mix and match. So that means you understand this whole document is a list where is a two element Martin and Tabitha. But again, Martin is a dictionary for name, job, skills, and where is a name, key, job key, developer value, skills is a key, Python, list, Perl, and Pascal is a value. Whereas skills has a values but in a form of list. So skills is a list, Python is element 1, Perl is element 1, 2, and then Pascal. Did you understand this combination?
Yep.
Okay. Now look at this here. I'll just skip it. This is not important. So here you see when you specify the one that your whole documents also can be a dictionary. You see here. Earlier last time the whole document was a list, but this time it is the whole document is also can be a dictionary. You see here, create key with the key value, key value, key value, key value. So here you have an element but in a dictionary format. Okay, so here this also can be there. Now the question is where we apply this one, this format. We apply this format which you can see on my screen is mostly for the variables. Now what is the variables? I'll talk about it, but this is only for the using variable. Where do we use this format? We use this format for playbook. Now let's look at this. Here, this is the combination. Again you see here, this is the whole document is a dictionary, whereas name is a key, Martin is a value, job is a key, developer, and you see this is a kind of playlist format. Okay, now I'll show you this is the list and dictionary combination. You have understood that. Now I'll show you the example of playbook. Can I show you? Are you comfortable with it?
So just one here. What is the dictionary?
So if the whole document is a dictionary itself, here whole document is dictionary. Why? Because name, job, skill, employed, foods, language, and education is a key, and remaining next to it is a value. But whereas a food is a list, again for what? Apple. But food is a key for what? For the whole document. Dictionary. Getting my points? Are you getting my point?
No, what I thought is actually foods is the dictionary, the key of the dictionary, and the value of the foods is in list.
The context changes, scope changes. Food is a key, but for what? For the documents. But food is a list for what? For apple, orange, strawberry, and mango. Because apple is an element, so for that belongs to the some list, which is the foods. So that way.
The whole document has 7 key value pairs. The whole document is a dictionary which has 7 key value pairs. In that, one key value pair has a list as a value.
Correct. Yes.
That is
Not
food.
one. Yeah. Here. Yeah. Food is a list. Whereas a language again is a dictionary. Here you see again dictionary. Okay. Education is also dictionary. Got it? Okay, so if you
Who
have
is education is a dictionary, Rajesh? It says key value.
which one?
Education you say is a dictionary, right? So it has
Yeah,
key value or what?
key value. Yeah, just ignore this because we don't practice uh, in Ansible. Make sense? Can I go ahead, everyone?
Yeah, Rajesh.
Okay, so now let me show you the real YAML file, a real playbook. Look at this, guys. If you remember, you have installed the HTTPD through command line ad hoc commands, and you started the services. Nothing new. Same thing I'm doing here. But look at this. Tell me now. Remember that what is a playbook and what is a play, what is a host. So tell me by definition. First, let me ask you this question: how those who are well versed with the playbook, don't try, because I know that some of you are very good in Ansible already. So if you answer, then it will not make sense. So those who are just learning the Ansible, tell me, what do you think? How many playbook? How many play you have in this playbook? How many play?
2.
Okay, so now you see here, and look at the arrow sign also. Look at this spacing and all stuff like that. It should be identical and consistent across the document. So you see here, here host the. Let me take the cursor over there. Tell me what is this? This is a whole document is a list or dictionary. Whole document is a list or a dictionary. Tell me.
The whole document is a dictionary.
No. Think one more time. Whole document is a list of dictionary or dictionary.
Dictionary.
List only.
List only, no, because it's a hyphen. Remember,
Yeah.
always whenever you see
Yeah, it's
hyphen, that means it's become an element. Remember. So whole document is here you have a hyphen, here you have a hyphen, two hyphen. So the whole document is become a list. So how many element you have? One, which is one play, second play. Okay. Now you see here, host, it's the form of key and value. So here remote user key and value, task is a key and value. So again, task is a key, value are too many. Again, values are in a form of list. So this is the way you put it up. It's very easy. Now forget about the YAML specification. Come back to this. You see here, play one, play two. This play will execute in the web servers. What is the web servers here? Any idea what is the web servers?
inventory.
No. Web server.
Group.
Yeah, it is a group in inventory. Now, guys, there are few parameters you provided through the Ansible options. Then you provided some behavior parameter also. Like that, here we have also parameters which you can provide. So now remember -u you tried in the command line, then Ansible underscore user you try in the behavior parameter. But if you want to try here the same variable, you have to use a remote underscore user. Okay, like that you can pass the variable, but not talking about now. And you see task, and then one of the tasks named with an install Apache, start Apache. Name is not important, but still we are giving it. Why? I will show you the importance of name in the handler part. Okay, so you will see that one. Okay, so here yum, that's a module name, and name is a parameter, state is a parameter. Service is a module name is a parameter, and state is a parameter. Now let's look at this here. DB server is a one group of the inventory. Root username, name of the particular task is install MySQL, whereas yum is a module, name is a parameter, service is a module, name is a parameter, like that. So this is your YAML. This is the way we write a playbook. Make sense? Any questions?
Confusing.
Uh-huh. It's not confusing, it's very simple. Let me tell you, let me show you. Actually, you have done it something similar, but you just have to use that for some time. That, see here, module parameter. but the format is changed. Okay.
Yeah, shall we have that as an example to convert that as a YAML so that we can probably understand more?
Example for converting.
Yeah, that line just you showed us, right?
We
Yeah,
will do
this
that.
one we can take it as an
Yeah,
example.
yeah. We are going. I'll show the demo. Demo is pending. I will do that. We are not finishing this topic. We have a whole half day
Okay,
we have to cover on the playbook side only.
okay.
So yeah,
So
any other questions here?
also, it is possible to write it in a single line,
Single line.
no?
That means what?
So we are breaking it each
Ah.
part, right?
So there's a
So
two task, right? So I have to each task you have to write it in a separate. So you have to
okay,
break it. You cannot merge two modules at a one task. One module and one task means one module. Simple.
okay, yeah, got it.
Any more questions, guys?
In one of the slide, you show with some pipeline in the dictionary value. Yeah, for education.
Yeah.
What it represents.
This is a advanced form of representation of the same key and value, but typically we don't try this one in the uh, Ansible playbook. So the one which you see foods and language, the same format we try. You see foods and language here we try. Foods, tasks, languages, tasks, like that we try. By the way, let me tell you here, here in this YAML file, everything has a specific meaning. Task has a specific meaning. Remote user is having specific meaning. Format is YAML, but each and everything is having the specific meaning of it.
And Rajesh, so when we talk about play, right, you said play will have a host and the task. So I could see a host is web server, that is a group in the inventory, and the task has all the modules. That remote user, right? What we call that?
This typically we call this as a user playbook variable, but these are the constant variable which cannot be changed. For example, there you can provide so many options, all the options which I have listed at one place, and that is called Ansible playbook. I'll give you all the options because I did not find in the Google all the options written, so I consolidated every options and created a blog of it. I would like to show you which are the option which is supported at that place. And just a second. So yeah, those are the variables, but it's fixed one. If you see here, where is that?
Rajesh, you'll go for break. I mean lunch break after this.
Yeah, just a second. Give me 2 seconds. So here, this URL, which is having all the options which is available. So see here, you can provide. Here I showed you the example of remote user, which is a variable, but it's a fixed variable understood by Ansible. So here you can provide the order also, remote user also, become user also. Now become user and become, you know that you have used it. Gather facts, order, connection, serial, max fill percentage. So these are the options available for time being. I wrote this one 1 year before, but still I think 1 or 2 more additions you might be having by the time. So each and every one has some significant here. For example, a remote user will help you to log in the machines, become for the sudo, become user with a different user ID, you can use it. Password you can pass through the again other page. Gather facts I need to talk about it. Order, whether it's a default or you want to have some specific order sequence, you can specify. Connections, like connection means the one, there are different kind of connections like a local, Docker, SSH, smart, and Paramiko. So some of these I did discuss about it. And serialization, you can do that, how it should be working. Fail percentage, how many failures you should get so it should fail that. Strategies and fatal error and stuff like that. So yes, these are the options are available over there. You can give it at a play level. We call it play level variables. Make sense?
If you liked our Ansible session so far, please enroll for our channel membership $399 plan to get access of all the parts. Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.